Hey everybody, it's Outland, and today I'm headed south to Twin Creek Metro Park. It's about 5:45 in the morning on a Saturday. It's June 6th, 2015, and I'm headed to the TVT challenge. This is my second time doing this TVT challenge. Doing it solo this year. My buddy couldn't do it with me, so I'm going to go for the whole entire distance this time. The goal is 31 miles in a day. It's a pretty big challenge. This is not a difficult trail, but there are some difficult parts to it. There are some ups and downs, so it's not all flat. And so, you know, we're going to see how far I can get today. And I'm not going to push myself too terribly hard, but I'm going to see how far I can go. Just kind of looking forward to just being outside, just being out in the woods, and then being on the trail. Should be a good time. It's going to be a beautiful day. Temperature's supposed to be like around 80 or so. It's 65 right now, so it's like perfect hiking weather, in my opinion. And I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this, and hopefully it turns out well, and I don't hopefully I don't just tucker out to the point where I just can't move anymore, but you know, it should be fine. So it should be a good time. Should be a good day. I'll catch you up when we get to the trail. Well, we are off, heading down the trail. We've gone about half a mile or so far. And this first part of the trail is kind of steep, but we got a good mix of all kinds of people out here today. We got really casual people, we got really hardcore people. Somebody just blew past all of us with a ULA pack on. He looked like he was a thru hiker or something. And he was booking up the trail. I'm not looking to break any speed records today. Just want to keep a good pace and see a lot of cool things. Perfect freaking day. There's some cloud cover keeping the temperature down. It's in the 60s right now, so it's nice and cool. There's a nice breeze. I see a lot of blue sky coming through, so temperature is going to climb, I'm sure. But it's only supposed to be in the high 70s, maybe near 80 today, so that's pretty darn nice. It'll still feel hot, especially after about 10 miles. A good pace right now. I'm wearing the trail runners today. I'm trying to go light. I'm not going to wear big heavy boots for this one. So this year I have the trail runners, the Flash 18 pack, just basically water, food, and I have my ultralight hammock in there for lunch break. I'm gonna find 2 trees and pitch it between those and eat my sandwich. I'm very excited about the hammock part. You see, it's a nice wide trail. It's real pretty. This Twin Creek Metro Park is really nice, and it's very rugged. You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, even though you're just a few miles outside of town. It's about as good as it gets for Southwest Ohio, unfortunately. It's about as awesome as we get. But it's cool. This is a good time of year to come when everything's grown out. Kind of jungle-like. One very cool thing about this event, they have really good signage. They keep you on track. They keep you going the right way. it's a really well organized event, and they do it in conjunction with the Metro Parks organization, and it's actually run by Dayton Hikers, which is a hiking club here in Ohio, in Dayton. So it's really nice. It's very well done. It's even more streamlined this year, which is fantastic. I'm impressed. There's a solo hiker up ahead of me. I see him. He's passed me once or twice now. Just got lapped by my first trail runner. Good for him. That's awesome. Not this guy. Walking. You'll see this trail passes through all kinds of terrain. Heavy, dark, deep woods, and then you come through these open areas, these open prairies. Very cool area. It's really neat. Well, we are just heading along. I've been hiking almost exactly an hour right now. About 3.5 miles. It's been a little bit of a challenge. This first part of the TVT is the hardest, actually. And it's up and down pretty good. From here on out, though, I think we pretty much level out. And then you hit the what I consider the boring part of the trail, which is the connector. Goes through town, goes along a bike path. Nothing real special, but that's not for very long. Here's the pond I saw from last year. Showed you guys this. I just think this part's beautiful. Just a little catch and release pond. It's pretty. And then this part right here just looks so cool. This is where we ascend out of the valley area, and we'll come up there at the top. There was where we'll be at the shelter, and there should be a station there. Like last year, that's where they had drinks and food and some cool stuff. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a fun hike so far. Having a great time. Ran into a guy who's actually recognized me from YouTube. He's a fan of the channel and he's a subscriber. I didn't catch your name, and I'm sorry about that, but it was nice meeting you. I'm giving you a shout out right now. Weather has been beautiful so far. It's just like this, overcast. There's a real nice breeze. It feels fantastic, which is awesome when you're doing a hike like this, long distance. Ugh. It's beautiful in here. This is probably one of the highest points of the trail, actually. We're coming up on the shelter waypoint. This is actually a trailhead. You see up there, coming up on the trailhead. And there's a restroom up here. That's nice. I really hope that's not rain over there. We're back on the trail, heading back down. I forget how far you're on this part until you get to the bike trail part of my least favorite part of the hike. But again, it's kind of cool. It changes things up a little bit. It's good to mix things up. And a lot of people doing this hike today. Just talked to people back there at the shelter. Lots of people trying to do the whole thing. Real proud of people for trying. Like I said, you have all age levels, experience levels. It's a pretty cool thing. Cool thing to see. I fueled up with banana that they had back there. Didn't have Gatorade this year at that station, which kind of stinks. I was looking forward to a Gatorade, but maybe it's up here at this. I think they moved. I think the next station up is like the big one with all the foo-foo stuff. We'll see. I have plenty of water. I have dried fruit, a peanut butter sandwich for lunch. I have jerky sticks. I've got quite a bit in my pack. Not real worried about the food situation. Should be good. A little bit more worried about my feet at the moment. They're a little bit tender, and they're not used to going very far in these trail runners. I have 2 pairs of socks on. I don't know, just kind of slide around a lot. So there was a lot of mud areas that I did some slipping in, and that's not easy on trail runners. You're slipping around like that. It's all good. Feeling good. The weather's perfect. Breeze is great. My legs feel pretty good. Focused on my prize of some delicious IPAs this evening. I got a Christian Moreland, my name on it. And I'm gonna earn it today. That's for sure. So this is the part that I really, it's okay. I didn't show you guys, but you walk past a cement plant. It's really unscenic, but this is kind of pretty. This reservoir, train track goes through here. From here on up, you go through a little town, and then you hit a bike trail. Nothing really exciting at all about it. Not very scenic. You're in the country, you're outside, that's about it. There's beautiful Twin Creek. Lovely. This is where the road part splits off, and just up here we go back onto a recreational bike trail is what I call it. It's a bike trail. Not very scenic, kind of boring. We're keeping pretty good pace though. So we are 3.1 miles from Germantown Metro Park. That's our next major stop. Trying to make it there for lunch. Kircher Park's 0.75. I don't think Kircher's anything real exciting. It says bike hike trail. Biking and hiking. Flat paved trail for the next couple of miles. It's okay. Already, my hips and calves are both hurting kind of bad. Not sure why. I didn't have any problems like this in the Charles Dean a couple of weeks ago. So I'm not sure why I'm having these pains, or maybe it's just psychological, and plus the fact of, solo hiking is different than doing it in a group, and I usually tend to do it in a group because keep each other motivated. You tend to be able to kind of stay a little bit more focused because you've got other people relying on you. I know I was kind of the motivation for the last trip. The guys were hurting, and I had to keep us going. So I was kind of, I had to take charge there, to take the lead and say, come on, we can make this. We can do it. When you're doing a solo, you're the only cheerleader for yourself. You're the only one cheering yourself on. And it can be a little bit difficult. You start getting down, you're like, I'm already sitting here thinking, all this way that I've come, I have to go back that way. My car is way back there at Twin Creek Metro Park. There's no turning back. Well, I could turn back now. Yeah, I might as well keep going. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna find an awesome lunch spot. I'm gonna hang my hammock. That's why I brought the extra pound of weight. I brought the Grand Trunk Ultralight with me, and I'm going to do lunch in the hammock. I'm going to chill for half hour or so. That should rejuvenate me. I think that's part of it too. I'm kind of hungry. I've only had a banana and a granola bar so far. That's all I've had to eat. So I'm going to get some food up here. Hopefully get some Gatorade at one of these stations. And press on. There's a deer up here on the trail. Oh, and it went back in the woods. Saw the people. That was neat. I've already seen one dead deer alongside the road. They're everywhere here. Well, we are finally off the bike path and back on real trail. It's a long period of time on that bike path. It's like a couple miles. And it's actually worse, I think, being on the bike path because the pavement is harder than the earth. It's actually harder on your hips, in my opinion. I'm probably full of hooey on that one. Under the bridge. Whew, sandy. We're coming up on a park that I really, really like. Right as you enter Germantown Metro Park. It's hard to describe, but it has a real alpine feel to it. I don't know why, it just does. And you'll see it when we get there. If we get there. We will get there. We are going to get there. So we are now officially in Germantown Metro Park. That is Germantown right over there. Part of it. So this Metro Park is a lot like Twin Creek in that it's the terrain is very similar. It has some real flat areas. It has some really steep, difficult areas. Once you get past the dam on the Orange Trail, there's some difficult sections. There's a big ravine. There's a couple of really big hills. My hips and quads and calves as well. Basically, my entire legs are both really hurting. It's only 9:23. I don't really want to stop and have lunch yet, but I think I might stop and eat, take a break. This is about where I started, back there is where I started really tuckering out last year. Again, without that motivation of my buddy pushing me on. You can do this. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. And I'm just really looking back at what I have to go back and traverse again. It's 9:24 now. Making pretty good time, really. We've gone all the way from Twin Creek to Germantown in 3 hours, almost exactly 3 hours. I don't know the exact mileage on that. I'm guessing we've gone about, I'm hoping 9 to 10 miles so far. So right now we're already at the point where if I were to turn around right now, I'd have about a 20-mile total hike. But my plan is to not stop here, to continue on, and hit Germantown, finish the loop out. I'll come right back this way. That's the only part that stinks, is I'll be retracing my steps, but it's okay. This is that part that I really like. It's real pretty back here. Feels real wild. Cool big rock back there. I think good place to sit and eat something, but I'm gonna keep going. This part right here, I love. It's like a mini Charles Dean Wilderness right here. Just a couple pines. Probably planted. I'm guessing this was a plantation. Pressing on. We should be close to the dam, actually. Downhill feels good. In its own Bernie kind of way. It's a real nice single track, gently up and down. It's very cool. Love this part of the park. Super scenic and just really green and beautiful right now. June is an awesome time to be here. Well, still hiking. Just past trailhead back there, and I was in some serious pain. So I took a break and ate some dried fruit and drank a lot of water and swapped out my GoPro batteries. My first battery died. I feel better now, but this, we're almost to the dam, the Germantown Dam, and this path is pretty windy. It's pretty up and down from here on for a while. So my original estimate was that I was going to get to the Conservancy Road trailhead, which I think that's still going to be my checkpoint there, and that's where I'm probably going to set the hammock up and do lunch. I'm hoping they have some Gatorades and stuff at that stop. I think they're supposed to. And then I'm going to evaluate from there my condition, and if this is something I really should keep trying to press, or if I should just stop now at that point, and turn around, which I may very well do. I can't even talk. I'm so tired. Woke up tired. Got up at 5 a.m. to get the dogs fed and get them all ready, and I knew they'd be home all day today, and I just woke up exhausted. I could not get out of bed. Press snooze for another 10 minutes, It was one of those kind of Saturdays. So I'm just exhausted. And, I knew this challenge would be tough. I knew it would not be easy. And I knew that 31 was a really lofty goal to try to shoot for. So I'm okay with not doing the whole 31. There's no shame in doing 10, 15, or 20 total for the day. That's a darn good number. And, really, you should never be hard on yourself when you're out in the woods and you're doing stuff like this. It's not here, I don't come out here to try to see how hard I can push myself, unless I'm doing something like this. Normally I come out here just to enjoy being out here. I'm happy just to be out here today. It's a beautiful June day. It's gorgeous. The weather is awesome. The breeze is just fat. The temperature is like perfect. There's like no humidity. It's very low. So it's really, really nice. Last year was a lot hotter. It was a lot harder hiking because of the weather. It's nice this year. And I'm just enjoying being out here. It's just my body is, my legs are screaming. My hips are screaming. They're saying, stop. I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. I do not want to bail out. With the challenge, there is the option to bail. Basically, when you sign in at registration, they give you a little card with a phone number on it. You can call that phone number, that cell number. That will call a shuttle. Shuttle come pick you up, take you back to your car. No cost, no charge, no fee, nothing like that. pretty awesome service. I don't want to take advantage of that unless I have to. Last year we did have to do that. We had to bail. You know, if worst comes to worst, if I say I can't do anymore, I will just stop and turn around and head back. But I'm going to finish what I started today. I'm not going to get in the car and go back if I can help it, unless I hurt myself. Let's not do that. At the last snack station I was at there, I decided to stop at the old mill because they actually had the Gatorades and Cheez-Its and stuff. So I got some of that. People were saying about 10.6 miles from the registration area, so that feels right to me. Which means at this point I have 10 miles back, 20-mile round trip. I decided I'm going to try to press on to the nature center, and I think that's where I'm going to have lunch, call it a day, start my return trip back. It's pretty down there. I'm not going to lie, I'm hurting pretty bad. 11 miles or so. Hurting. A lot of knee, hip joint pain. Just my whole lower half of my body is really throbbing. When I get up here and stop, I will definitely grab some ibuprofen. Hopefully I have it in my pack. I think I may have forgotten my first aid kit. Smart. But if I have it, I'll be popping some of those. That should help me get back. But this, oh, we're at another trail. This must be Conservancy Road here. So I was at Conservancy Road trailhead back there. Looked at the map. It's a ways to the nature center, which was, I was kind of making my end point to turn around. Looks like it's a couple miles. But I've gone ahead and I've committed. I've committed to going to the nature center at this point. I could turn around at any point, but not going to now. This is the hard part of the trail. It's one of the hardest parts of the Germantown area. Is this part. If you can get past this, you're good. This orange loop is rough. It'll beat you up. Pretty much straight up and down in places. So even though it's only 2 miles or so, it's rough. It's rough. Rugged and beautiful area. Rugged and beautiful. Trail's way down there. They have a big series of switchbacks. Metro Parks love to make you basically cross over the same area 2 or 3 times. Their switchbacks are ridiculous. There's something to put benches here on top of that hill. That was a steep one. I think that's the last big hill from here to the nature center. All the fun part is I get to do this all again. You think about endurance challenges. You think about a marathon being 26 miles. You know, that's rough because you're running it. This, I'm hiking it. But this is no real ordinary. These aren't just roads or sidewalks. This is dirt path that goes straight up and down in places. And it's challenging. That's why they call us the TVT challenge, obviously. It is not easy. And people have a tendency to overestimate themselves, as I did last year. Overestimated my abilities, which I'm trying not to do this year. I'm trying to make sure that I maintain good common sense and say, you know what, I've hit my breaking point. Gotta turn around. I actually think I hit that point back at Conservancy Road. And this is probably not the best idea to try to keep going where I'm going. But here I am doing it. I'm insane. Okay, so I was wrong. This is the last big hill to the nature center. I forgot about that last hill because I remembered this one has a bench. Look at this. Pretty good little drop down there. Yeah, this one has stairs, which almost makes it harder. You gotta navigate, now you gotta negotiate these steps, not trip and land on your face. But I'm doing okay. You know, hanging in there. Really tired. Really tired. Feeling very worn out. I know I'm flushed. I can tell. Oh, man. Legs hurt really bad. It's going downhill, isn't it? Literally and figuratively. So I just met some real nice people on the trail. This passed me back there. I said, how far is the nature center? And they're like, oh, you're doing great. 15 more minutes. You'll be there at your current clip. So I knew it wasn't that far. It's fairly close. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna recharge for about 30 minutes. And that will be my turnaround point. I've decided. Not going any further. I don't even know at this point if I will be able to make it all the way back to my car on foot. It's very iffy at this point, the way I feel right now. I'm going to have to feel a heck of a lot better, which is ridiculous because I've only gone 14 miles or so. Which isn't that terribly far, but it's been rough. And now it's gotten hotter. That cool breeze kind of went away. Air's still nice, but it'd be nice if it was another 5-10 degrees cooler. Let's see. Now what I'm probably going to do is when I get to the nature center, I'm going to turn the camera off. My plan is to not really film much on the way back because you've already seen all this, and I want to try to get a really good clip going back. And I know filming is slowing me down a little bit. Not much, because I'm walking and filming, but it is slowing me down. So I'm going to be turning the camera off, and I will be catching up with you guys when I get to the end. Hopefully, God willing, if I don't die. Okay, everybody, we're at the nature center, and I just ate a peanut butter sandwich and the rest of my dried fruit, and hung my hammock there between those two trees. I didn't film it because so many people around. Don't want them to think I was some kind of weirdo with a camera, so kept the camera off during that. But this is it. This is my turning point, and I have a long trek back. It's 12:07. I started at 6:30 this morning, so do the math. It's going to be several hours to get back, and I'm going to be going slower. I'm going to see how far I can get. You know, if I can make it to the next trailhead or so, then I will do that. If I have to call a shuttle, I will do that. But for now, this is where I leave you. Alright, everybody, well, I bailed. I ended up calling a shuttle. I was getting cramps in my legs, just couldn't take it anymore. I was just done. So I think, if my math is right, I did around 20 miles today. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Now I'm going to go home. I'm going to take a shower, maybe a nap, have a beer or 12, and chill the rest of my weekend. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Talk to you soon. Until the next adventure.